In this video, I'm going to show you the essentials that I carry in my backpack when I go hiking in the backcountry. Hey everyone, Tony here from BeastMode Camping. When it comes to hiking, there's a few things you want to make sure you get to stay safe and comfortable. In this video, I'm going to show you what I put in my bag, how to pack it, and how to organize it. Stay tuned. Whew. If you made it this far, it sounds like you're interested. First thing you're going to want to do is pick you up a backpack. Mine's the Osprey Ether 70. I like to go with a little bit big, but I'm also puffing and puffing the entire way through. How I have this organized is I like to keep the things that I use most often readily available. So, like the map, it's going to go right here in the top pocket. Also want to get your water cleaner, the Sawyer Mini. These all go into my top compartment, along with some electrolyte tablets. I'm going to take these are going to go into my side compartments or in the top compartment as well. But it needs a good old trowel. You definitely want to get yourself some wet wipes because nature calls. I also like to carry some headphones. Personally, I like to keep sleep with one eye open, right? So I keep some maybe one earbud in, and I'll listen to Bob's Burgers or something like that. And you want to keep a battery charger on you. You never know, your phone may die. You may accidentally keep it on for way too long. You want to at least have that emergency power on you. If it's cold out, you'll also want some gloves. So I generally store those all in my top pocket. I have everything organized in little containers. As you see, my food's going to go in the green bag. This is also a wet bag, so you roll it up once you're done. We'll go through that. And then I'll have various other things go into these other compression bags. Before we get too far, go into the tent. That's probably going to be the first thing you pack because it's going to take up a lot of space and you don't want all this other stuff out. So I have the REI Co-op Half Dome 2. Perfect little tent for just myself or one other. If Dana wants to go with me, sets up in about 5 to 10 minutes, pretty quick. I generally go with it on the right hand side of my bag. I have this kind of split up in rows. So I have one row, it's like my medicine, toothbrush, utensils, things like that. And then these are kind of electronics and I keep everything separate. Let's kind of go through them. So my red bag, first I'm going to have, I'll just start up here. Got my flashlight. I like to go with ultralight. Extremely powerful, very small. Got a headlamp. So when you want to just walk around without having to hold on to anything. I love you. This is Alien. Hey buddy, what's up? Next up, you've got the lantern. You want that for inside your tent at night. I love you. Currently I've got the GoPro on the selfie stick, but why don't you back up, buddy? Aww. You sit up here with me? I generally won't take a selfie stick with me, but I do like to capture a lot of video or just pictures, so GoPro is probably the best thing. It's great on battery life, and it's just small and compact. You always want to bring in a couple extra GoPro batteries. These things are tiny and last for hours, so it's not big on weight. Keep a couple rolls of duct tape, obviously very small. This can repair your tent. If you get wounded or something while you're out, you can use it to tape up a wound. So I'm gonna keep some of that. I also like to keep a couple things of guy lines in here. My fire starters. I like these little torches. These things are great. They come in handy, especially in high wind situations. But in case that ever dies, I do like to keep a striker, ferro rod and magnesium, just because in case you're all out of everything, this is an extremely primitive device and you can save your life. Next up, you need a compass. We'll do another video on how to read maps and cartography and stuff like that. But you always want to keep a compass on you. This one specifically has the ability to place it on the map, make sure it's facing north, and it tells you which direction you're facing, all that. Always good to have on you. Zip this one up. This one goes right in the bag. You want to keep a knife on you. This one's a Cricket Mai Tai. Love this one with the serrated edges on there. Kind of looks like a shark tooth or something. But I'll keep this one right here, side pockets. Next up, we've got the black bag. In here, obviously you want some eating utensils. So I love these ones. I'm not sure the type of material they're made out of, but they're definitely, I've used these on like 6 or 8 trips already. Look brand new. Supposedly they're indestructible. Pretty sure I could break them up. You gotta bring something that you can reuse. It's sturdy and you're gonna be using them all the time. So definitely get something like that. They also make them in titanium. So those ones are gonna obviously bend, but not break. Some soap, just a little thing of soap. Obviously you wanna keep disinfected as much as you can. I'm not sure about you guys, but I like to brush my teeth on a daily basis. So I do bring a little mobile toothbrush. You can obviously break yours off. I see a lot of people cutting them and burning the ends of them or melting the ends. And then just a little small travel toothpaste. Not sure what it is, but definitely when it's cold, you're gonna want some lip balm. So this goes here in the black bag as well. A homemade ultra tiny medical kit. What this is gonna do, it's gonna have gauze, some Aleve, some Tums, a couple Band-Aids, and butterfly. Butterfly closures. Again, you can take whatever you need, but I generally don't end up hurting myself out there, but you always want to be prepared. A couple additional things. This is a saw. So the way this thing works, I'm not going in depth with this, but it's got serrated edges all around here. So you put it around a piece of wood and you've got these straps here. So you just pull on those and cut the log. Got some insect repellent bracelets. A tick remover, in case you happen to get some ticks. Just be careful. And last but not least, a mirror. Something reflective, just in case there's an emergency, you can start flagging down. And then I like to keep a couple microfiber cloths on me. Pack that in here. Into the bag it goes. So far we just have the red bag and the black bag in there. The next thing is green bag. Green bag I put all my food in. Obviously you're gonna have to plan your meals before you go. I like to do, average 3-day trip, you're gonna have 3 breakfasts, 2 dinners. So breakfast one, I'm going with the biscuits and gravy. That night, maybe some lasagna. Next morning, a breakfast skillet. Next dinner, a chicken fajitas. Next morning, before the weigh out, I tend to prefer the breakfast skillet. Obviously, during the day, you're going to do a lot of snacking. You want to get the trail mix. You can make, the little balls and stuff. Find that stuff on Pinterest. Just make sure you've got enough food. I tend to overpack my food, and I end up weighing like 75, 80 pounds because of it. Once you're done with that, these bags are airtight. Make sure you get all the air out of them first. And roll it out. This is a waterproof bag, so you can take this hiking. You can even take it if you're going down the rapids or something. This stuff's going to keep your food safe. And okay, it's starting to get a bit full. So the next thing you want to do, obviously you need your clothes. So I've already packed up most of my clothes. I like to put them in these compression bags just for that reason. They are gas permeable, so once you get it in, you can push it down, cinch it up. So And the last thing, obviously, if it's cold, make sure you bring multiple pairs of wool socks, as well as your jacket. This jacket has done me well so many times. Great jacket, super light. And when you fold it up, it really squashes into nothing. So, and I think you can even fold itself into a pocket. I'm not gonna worry about that. I'm just gonna shove that into my compression bag. Give it a couple folds. Right, for mine, generally, on a 3-day hike, I'm gonna get right, 3 to 4 pairs of socks, couple, maybe a few pairs of underwear, obviously 2 to 3 shirts, shorts, and things like that. Put them all in here. Makes a nice little small capsule. We forgot our sleeping bag. Generally, when you're storing your sleeping bag once you get home, you don't want it in a tiny little compression bag. So you want it in this laundry bag here. Keep it nice and feathered out. The other thing, a lot of people will hang those just to make sure that it's not getting too compressed. So obviously this is a 2-part sleep system. One is the sleeping bag, the other is the air mattress. The air mattress slides right into it, so you want to air it out, slide it in, and then it pretty much keeps you nice and snug. The biggest thing is you don't want the earth to suck all your heat out of you while you're sleeping. So, take this, get all of that into this little bag here. So now that I've packed away the sleeping bag and the pillow, now it's time to put it all in the bag. First thing, we'll put the sleeping mat in the bottom compartment. Now, there's about a million ways you can do this. By all means, it's your choice on how you want to put yours. But I do attach my sleeping bag to the outside.
Okay, that guy's an idiot. It doesn't go on the outside of the bag, it goes on the inside of the bag. We do that with a compression bag. The sleep pad goes on the outside of the bag. It's quite a bit more durable.
Don't forget your pillow. I don't know about everybody, but I'm a big coffee drinker. So I am going to pack this in. These ones are great. This is by MSR. You're also going to have to use that not only for your coffee, but you're going to have to use it for all your meals as well. Because as you can see, everything I packed in so far is freeze-dried food. So definitely don't want to forget this. A couple last minute items. This is just a raincoat, and it all packs up nicely into one of the pockets like I talked about earlier. So you can unfold this one and slap it over if you want it. Pull this nice and snug here first. Once you have everything in the bag and buttoned up, last thing you want to do is cinch everything down so it's not wobbling around on you at all. Really good. Some good tugs there. Out here you still have an extra pocket in case you want to put anything in. And again, make sure these are snug to the outside. You're good to go. Last thing I didn't talk about was you want a bladder in here. So I'll take my my Camelback, put it right inside this container, connect it with this thing, and keep your water on the outside just in case there is a rupture. So that'll stay on the outside of your bag, and keep a barrier between your water bladder and the rest of the items here. You've got space, at least on this backpack, for your water bottle. I always recommend keeping a water bottle. Last thing I forgot to mention, as an extra pair of shoes. If you're going through anything with a water crossing or anything like that, make sure you bring a pair of Crocs or at least an extra pair of shoes and you don't want to get wet. So the last thing you want to do is get your shoes wet and then you still have 30 miles to hike. Your feet are going to be killing you. I usually just take these with the Velcro, I'll hang them on somewhere. Once you've got all that, it's time to put it on and get on the road. Make sure it doesn't feel too loose in any place. Put on my hips, cinch these in. Chest straps on. We've also got these. Every model is going to have something different. These are going to pull it closer to your body. So the whole thing is you want to weight on your hips, not on your shoulders. So if it's too close to your shoulders and you feel like it's not really being used and supported by your hips, gotta tighten those down pretty good. Pull these, turn it up just a little bit, spread it right on my hips, and we're good to go.
Now that you know what's in my bag, drop a comment. Let us know what's in yours. Love to hear about it. Don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe for more content. We'll see you later.